Hey everyone, Michael O'Brien here, and today we're going to talk about whether or not you were able to make a full-time living creating magic. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Advice for Magicians, where the goal is to make you guys be the best entertainers you can possibly be. My name is Michael O'Brien, and in this video, we're going to talk about creating magic and selling it and making a living. Before we do that though, I just wanted to thank all of you guys so much, especially my subscribers. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button and rung that bell. Please make sure to do so. And my Mob Squad members. For those of you not familiar, the Mob Squad is a membership program for just $1 a month. You guys will get access to a whole bunch of fun stuff, including magic tutorials, early access videos, live chat emojis, badges, and a bunch of other fun stuff just like that. So in this video, real quick, I just wanted to do a couple of shout outs and thank you guys for being Mob Squad members. I wanted to thank Romano911RX, James Masterson, and Foskel. Thank you guys so much for joining. You are the glue that holds this whole thing together. Without you guys, it'd be very difficult for me to continue to make these videos. So your support is very greatly appreciated. If you guys would like to support the channel and access all that cool stuff, again, all you got to do is click the join button. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive into this. I've had some people ask on different forums. I've seen this question and things. And I know a good friend of mine has talked about this. You probably know who I'm talking about. He's ranted about this a few times on his channel already. But magicians creating magic in order to make a living and just putting out magic products. So the question arises, is one able to make a living, like a full-time comfortable living, just creating magic? The answer is yes and no. You guys knew I was going to say that. So let me explain. It's not as black and white as it sounds. A lot of people are under the impression that if they come up with this trick, they can just put it on the internet and they'll make like an extra $400 or $500 a week or whatever. And it doesn't quite work like that. Okay? A lot of time, effort, research, resources goes into creating a really good magic effect that is going to do well, right? There are a lot of products on the market that you can tell were rushed to market and just put out just as a quick cash grab. And the reason that a lot of people do that is because they quickly realize once they put a trick out and that trick is kind of dried up, that they need to release the next thing, right? So what ends up happening is you'll spend like years coming up with this idea and you'll perfect it and you'll sell it. And you think that you're going to make like $100,000 off of this like brilliant idea. And then you sell it and you sell like maybe 100 or 200 units and people stop buying it. So now you have a couple options. Number one, you need to start marketing this. You need to start running ads. You need to start participating in conversations on forums. You need to do word of mouth. You need to do lectures to sell this product. You need to do videos like this on YouTube, telling people to go to your store and buy your stuff. You're welcome to go to my store and buy my stuff if you want, by the way. Links in the description below. But seriously, like that's what it is. That's what being a creator is all about. And that stuff, it comes out and it's right there at the top for about a few days, and then it gets buried by all of the other stuff, all of the other magic that's created, because there are hundreds of tricks being put out on the market every single day, right? So what are you to do? Come up with a new trick and put that new trick out now. And here is the trap that a lot of people fall into. They will scramble to try to, I got to come up with something. I got to, a pen. Okay, cool. What can I do with this pen? I don't know. Crap. It does this now. And then they'll just rush that out and they'll put it out like the next day after they just thought about it for like 2 seconds. And they end up putting out a lot of terrible downloads. And what happens now is the market becomes oversaturated with stuff like this. And it makes it very difficult for people to buy magic because they're worried that they're going to get ripped off, which means that the magic creators that are actually putting out good content, they're also taking a hit too. So the long story short of this whole thing is you can make a living creating magic, but it is not easy. I recommend creating magic and putting it out because you feel that it's going to be good for the community, not necessarily because you want to make a full-time living doing it. If you do want to make a full-time living doing it, be prepared to work your absolute ass off in marketing and promoting and pitching and selling this trick. Perfect example is a great friend of mine, Matthew Garrett. He has come up with essentially a linking ring routine, right? Where you just link like a wedding ring onto a ring. And that was the original idea. He sold the crap out of those. And when sales start drying up, he gets into innovative mode and he's thinking, well, okay, so that did really well and people really enjoyed that. And it's a good solid piece of magic. What else could I do with it? Well, maybe I could make a solid object link on instead of a ring. So let's do a steel ball this time. Work that out for like a couple years. And he brought people from the outside to consult on it and stuff with him. And then that trick gets released and Fusion becomes a big hit. Okay, so now what can I do? You know, like I want to come up with another ring idea. So let's really do the homework on this. Well, what is a problem that people have with the linking rings? People are worried that the spectators are going to suspect that there's some sort of gap or break and you're not able to hand the ring out that does have the gap or break in it. So what do? Let's come up with a method where I can link and unlink solid rings and hand those out for examination, right? So the impossible rings was created. So coming up with these different things, and notice none of this stuff was just like, let me just do this and throw this quick thing together and sell it the next day. This is Ninja Plus first came out, I want to say like 2007, and GIR came out literally last year. And he's created like 4 or 5 of these ideas during that span of time. So it wasn't just an overnight thing. He really put his thought and heart into all of this stuff. And he does a great job of selling these things. I retail this stuff on my platform. I've helped him, I've consulted on some of these things and helped him come up with some of these ideas and stuff. And he's become a business partner of mine, and we sell these linking ring product on my website even. And I've done decently with selling these tricks. So you can do it. It is possible. But I guess what I'm trying to say is if you guys are going to do it, make sure that you do it right and just understand that you are going to put a lot of effort into this, right? There are some people that are naturals at it, like a Jay Sankey, for example. He seems like he can produce a new trick every day and it's somehow like original and creative, right? Not all of us are the Jay Sankeys of the world. So if you have a really good idea that you think magicians will be able to use and you think that it will be a positive or have a positive impact on the magic community, and you've already worked the crap out of it and you know that it's a good trick and you're able to film a good trailer and you're able to put together a good tutorial and you're able to source the materials that you need to build the gimmicks and have everything be good quality and all that stuff, of course, release it, put it out into the magic community and make some money off of it because you worked hard on that. But please do not come up with an idea overnight and release it as a download the next day, because 2 things are going to happen. Number 1, you're not going to make any money off of it. You're just going to waste your time. You might get a few people to buy your trick. You might get a few initial sales, but as soon as word gets around that the trick is absolute crap, and God forbid Craig Petty gets a hold of it and does a rant on it, because then you will absolutely be ruined. But people are not going to trust you to put out new content and no one's going to want to buy your stuff. Put out a solid trick and you could live off that for the rest of your life, as long as you're willing to put in the effort to market and promote it. Do lectures, whatever you got to do to have people see how good of a trick this is, and then you could sell it to them. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it answered your question if you were wondering about it. If you guys have any questions about this or would like for me to elaborate on it a little bit further, go ahead and leave a comment and I will be sure to answer you. Anyways, see you guys next time.